Then today my agenda is I like to discuss about the most important concept in the Mule. The two very important concepts you need to master in Mule is one is about API development, API design and development.
Okay.
Yeah. So that we see RAML data types, examples, trites, all that stuff, right? That is one.
Yep.
And second is the transformation, data view transformation. Okay. If you are taking up a role of Mulesoft developer, 75 to 80% of your job mostly focused on these two areas. Rest of things just configuration only, just component configuration only. There is no logic you need to define, right? Only in these two areas you need to do some sort of coding and some logic you need to define.
Okay, so can you say one more time? The first one is API design, right?
Yeah, correct.
We talk about the RAML.
Yeah.
And Mule, what do you call what contains the design, like RAML and what?
RAML, you need to understand there is some business requirement provided to you.
Yeah.
You need to go through that requirement. You need to identify the resources. What are different resources, in that requirement?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And for that resource, you need to add the methods, get, put, post, and you need to.
That's right. That's right. So whenever I heard API design in Mule, it's RAML we're talking about.
Yes, RAML.
Okay.
And there are different kinds of APIs. We'll see there are some system APIs, process APIs, experience APIs.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We'll see that one.
Okay, yeah, okay. The second one you say is API what? Develop. Is this called a development or the
system?
The first one you call it API design.
Design, yeah, design part.
This one and the data wave is what? Is a
Data
development?
Data wave is a transformation language.
Okay, transformation language. That's what I meant.
Okay, Mulesoft primary transformation language. So see, as a broker, you are sitting between different systems, right? Mulesoft is sitting between different systems, right? So when this Mulesoft taking messages from source system and delivering the message to target system. So what's the primary activity is doing? Transforming the incoming message to the outgoing message, right?
That's right.
So therefore, data view is one of the critical activity in the Mule. Okay. So the transformation, the data view transformation is very critical activity in the Mule. So this transformation we perform using the data view language.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me take you some slides. So this is very basic session, and we see some advanced concepts also today. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with the fundamentals of the data view, and it talks about data view is a transformation critical activity in any application integration. And data view is a programming language designed for transforming data. It's a definition of data view. Okay, it's a programming language. Using that, we transform the data. Transforming cells from incoming to outgoing, right?
Yeah.
So data view is a means of primary language for data transformation, and this thing I explained, data view expression language used to configure components and connectors inside view. Earlier we saw the data view expression language, right? I show you the syntax like this hash and square brackets. You remember?
Yeah.
Okay, hash and square bracket. And
yeah, in the flow.
The flow, right?
Yeah.
This is data view expression language. Okay, this is data view expression. This is used in our components to extract the Mule event.
Yeah.
Right. And we see attributes also. Attributes dot query params dot something you extract.
Right.
Right.
Or various.
Pairs, right. So you do To extract the mule event, we use this data view expression language, right? And data view allows user to easily perform read, parse data from one format and transform it and write to different format. So this takes data view, reads the incoming format, transforms that, and delivers the outgoing format, output format, right? So let's see how the data view actually internally works and transforms the data.
Okay.
Yeah. So these slides see what our goal is. We need to transform XML document to the JSON document.
Okay.
Right. One sec. So we need to transform the XML to JSON.
Yeah.
Okay. So for that, there are three primary components inside the data view. Okay. So like the reader component, data view engine or executor, and writer components. These are all internal only. We are not going to see these components while data view is executing. This is what we're discussing is how the transformation happening inside the data. We need not worry about the reader component or writer component. Okay.
Okay.
Just I'm explaining the how the data view performs transformation. What are the internal components are there? Okay. So my goal is I want to transform XML to JSON. So there is a reader component. It takes that incoming XML and it transforms to some common format called DW format. DW stands for data view format.
Okay.
Okay. So this data view format is based on the XML. How the XML looks like, based on that, it generates a data view format. That data view format is given to the data view engine as an input. So data view here actually this component contains the data view script, actual transformation script. Okay. So this transformation script is executed on the incoming data view format. And it generates another data view format. This is incoming data view format. This is outgoing data view format. Okay. This data view format generated by executing the code on the incoming data view format. Right. And this executed data view sent to the writer component, and writer transforms this format to the JSON. Okay. So this is entirely internal thing. Okay, internally it's the transformation happens in this manner.
So make sure I understand. So it listens whatever that message that comes in.
Yeah.
This time XML, or it could be another, or JSON, or it could be another format.
Yeah.
It reads the information.
Right.
Then it passes to data wave executor, or the data wave engine.
Correct. Yeah.
And then it changes to, at that time, is that where it does the transformation?
Exactly.
Or that's okay. All right. Then it transforms that into the data wave, so that it can be written to JSON. Right?
Right. Yeah.
When it executes, when it transforms from reader to data wave and message, and what do you call that? When so
in the next
slide,
I will show you that one. What your doubt?
Okay.
Slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
See, this is XML document, right? XML message.
Yeah.
Content. This is a content. This is the XML document. So this
So
XML document is given as input to the reader. The reader will take that XML document.
Okay. Welcome to the
Okay. And here it generates a data view format for this executor, right? And that is given to the data view executor. Here in the data view engine, this is the code is written. This code is there. So this code is get executed on the data view format. Right? See here, this entire thing is payload. Payload dot message. It returns this thing actually. Content payload. Payload is entered this message to message, starting to message in this payload. Payload dot message gives the internal of this thing, right? Message start to message close. What is that? Is content. Welcome to data view. This is the this line will give as an output for this payload dot message.
The JSON format.
Okay. And it also returns the DWL format. Sorry, data view format, and that is given to writer. Writer takes that format and converts to this JSON format. Okay. So I will run this example on the on one IDE, and I show you how these things are getting transformed, that stuff. Okay. Hope you are familiar with XML and JSON. This is simple XML. And
yeah. I'm familiar with them.
And only one thing we are not familiar is this data view script.
The data wave, yeah.
That is transforming the input to the output. This one we are not familiar of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us analyze what this script means, how it is look like, all the stuff in the next script. So that the data view script contains two sections, and these two sections are separated by a separator. This is 3 hyphens.
Okay.
And top.
Let's call a separator.
Yeah, this is a separator. Separates the like header section and body section, or the directory section and code section. Different people call it different names.
Okay.
Top section is called header section. Header are directives. Okay. Then what in the top section defines is the first line defines the version of the data.
Yeah.
From Mule 4.0 onwards, the version is 2.0. In earlier Mule versions, it is 1.0. Now current version is 2.0, and next output means to which output format we want to transform. That we will define over here. Even you can define the input also. That's the input is optional. Okay. Input means what data is coming inside to the script. In what format does data is coming inside script. That depends on input. And what other things we can define over here is we can declare variables over here. Okay, using the var keyword, we can declare the variables. So that we declare in the flow are different. Those are called flow variables. The variable you declare over here, the scope of that variable is only this data script only. Okay. Okay, you can define variables. So those variables we can use inside the data view script. So we can define some variables over here. And we can declare some functions over here, some methods over here. We can call those methods in data view script, and we can use those functions. Here I didn't define, but what are things we can define over here that I'm telling. Okay.
Okay. So Ganesh, and so like for example, like output, input, variable, functions, all that you can define it inside the header.
Exactly.
Or anywhere.
Inside the header only header.
Okay, got it.
And we can other modules to. I will show you how to import the module, how to import different other packages. Those things we can see. We can import also. Okay.
Okay.
So those things we do in the header section. In the code section is this is the code is going to execute actually. Header will not execute. Okay, header only definition purpose only header is there.
Okay.
Whatever code we define inside this will get executed on the input. Got it. So this is the very basic stuff on the data view.
Okay.
Right. And to practice the data view, Mulesoft provides an excellent tool on the cloud.
Yeah.
You can practice over here. You can get master on data view. Then you go to Anypoint Studio and you can implement that in your projects. Okay. So to practice the data view, you need to go through the playground.
Okay.
You can play, right? We can play our football, basketball, something like data view also.
Yeah.
Playground. Okay.
Call a playground.
Data view
Get
playground.
with lang. That's fun.
dwlan.fun is the data view playground. So in the playground, you can define input over here, this input section.
Mm-hmm.
This is a script section where the code getting executed on the input and the output section. Right? If you see this entire thing as a payload, see this payload section, this payload.
Yeah.
Payload dot message returns this thing. Payload dot message returns allowable as an output. Got it. So here, if you see, this is to the header. Just I'm seeing my output should be an JSON, so that I can read JSON, and I'm extracting this thing from the input. And here output input is also JSON, output is also JSON. Here in this case. Okay.
Yeah. So you can make the input as the XML just in case.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having some water.
Okay. Right now it's JSON to JSON, but I was thinking, yeah, XML.
XML.
Yeah.
And then you need to define the XML document.
Yeah. The formula has to be different. Like, I gotta understand.
Okay. So, right. See, this input is XML now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this entire thing I call it payload. From person starting to person ending, this is the payload, right? If I print only simple payload, see the output is like this.
Yeah.
Right? What my output is JSON, because JSON is transfer. So you're not seeing the readers and writers. And the slide I show you, right? The reader, data view, format, and writer. You remember?
Yeah.
Here in the slide.
Slides. Yeah.
Different reader is there and transform to readable format. And that is given to the script will again transform to readable format. Writer transform to final target format. So this thing happen internally.
Okay.
You will not worry about that. Even if you want to see how the DW format look like, simply you can put like application / DW. This is DW format. This happen internally. Similar like JSON only.
Okay.
But you need not worry about that. That data you take care of that internal format conversion.
The system will take care of that.
Yeah. Okay. Now payload, like if you want payload dot name, this entire thing is payload. And if I see payload dot person, payload dot person means it returns the content inside the person. Okay. What is that? Name, Adam, closing name. This is the content inside the person, right? Payload person returns that one. So this one, name, Adam, name is converted to like this in JSON. Got it?
Got it.
When you payload dot person dot name, it returns single Adam only.
I see.
Payload, entire thing is payload.
Person that name.
That name, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the strategy to master the data view is what my recommended strategy is. There is a tutorial associated with the playground over here. Okay. Let me tell in different format. browser. Set. So for the playground, right, there is a tutorial associated with the playground.
Okay.
My first recommendation is finish this tutorial. It's very simple.
Yeah.
And very elegant, very good, very simple and understandable. Okay.
Yeah.
If you master that, if you master this tutorial, you get
Ah,
a good idea of the data view.
that's
And
right.
we move on to some complex transformations. Okay. I show you where you find some complex transformations. Those also you can copy. You can put over here, you can execute, you can run, and you can understand how the transformation is happening, how the transformation
Works. Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that way, you need to understand, you need to master data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Data wave. Do you know? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
All the Mulesoft, all the other stuff are like learn how to configure, how to, start, how to do all the, flows and all that stuff. But the two important component in Mulesoft is you have to be good at RAML
Yeah.
and data wave,
Data view.
right?
Right. These two are very important.
And if you know those two, it's other things are just configuration thing.
Exactly. Most of means what I'm saying is I'm telling for developer role, not an architect role, but
Yeah,
for a developer role.
yeah, the role is right.
For architecture role, you need to focus on the security and the performance and the different other aspects also. Caching, logging, all the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So for developer role, okay, this is very two important components you need to master.
Okay. So the other ones you talk about security and etc. They're important, but they don't fall under development role.
Yeah, those also under development only. Okay.
Yeah.
But there are different options are available, right? For security, for you can go for OAuth, you can go for client ID enforcement policy.
Yeah, yeah,
So the architect will decide which is the best suitable fit for your project, for your requirement, right? And you need to work on that use case. You need to do that. But
yeah.
core Mulesoft and these two are important. And I'm not saying these two only things you need to master, but you need
I
to.
know, I know, I know, I know.
But
But those are the
yeah,
two that are a little bit. Those are the two to me are critical, but also intimidating, right? It's kind of a because this one is you have to this one you have to know the syntax, and the other one you have to know and how to design proper an
yeah,
API.
exactly. When the requirements provided to you, you may design. Several people design different ways. Some
That's
people
right.
may take may design elegantly with
Yeah,
more usability. We define some good data types. So
yeah,
right. So that is the skill we need to master.
yeah.
Transformation also, this is the area we need to develop a logic actually in data view.
Mhm.
Right? We need to do some coding, some kind of logic we need to develop. But the rest of other components, there is very less chance you need to develop logic. Those you need to configure the component, right?
Okay, okay.
So therefore, this
So
is critical one. That
that's
is
right.
my take.
That's right. Thank you. My last question on the data wave,
Yeah.
and which language that is very close to,
Which one in sense?
like the syntax, like
Syntax.
is it like a close to JavaScript or is it
It's
close to?
syntax looks like a JSON.
Okay.
Okay, JSON kind of stuff.
So if you know JSON, then it's easy to learn data wave.
Uh, Data view has a different things. Okay, but it follows the JSON kind of development style.
Okay.
Yeah, the JSON useful if you have master JSON, that's useful actually.
Okay. All right.
So my
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go through the 6 sections in what do you call it, development or the background or the playground area.
Yeah.
And hopefully by next time we talk, I will have a better understanding.
Excellent.
Of the data wave.
I will fastly go through this component, these sections, and you need to work on in your browser. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So this talks about whatever we discussed, right? Reader transform to canonical model. Canonical model means data view model over here. Okay. And it is DW script that this is a one going to execute. We're going to write the script over here. And it returns another canonical model. The writer transforms to output format. So this is one we discussed in our first our slides.
Yeah.
If you want, you can go through this one. And this is one of the important is MIME types. MIME types is like what formats data view is transforming, means what are input formats, what output formats. Okay. Majorly, most actually in enterprise, right? Most of things we encounter is XML and JSON. The payload is XML and JSON most of times.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it also transforms some other not only XML and JSON. These are all formats it supports. I don't know ABRO means I too don't know some of the formats. Okay. It's Excel, XML, and YAML, text plain. These are formats the data supports. Means it will take input from this format and it will transform to this output also. Okay.
Okay.
Take Java format and transform to JSON. JSON format transform to Excel format. So these are the format actual database supports. Right? We go through this one, what supported data formats. But it satisfies most of your enterprise needs. 95%, 99% of enterprise needs satisfied. I don't see any message apart from this type, Java,
Okay.
YAML. Maybe I'm not saying there is no message exists apart from these formats, but this you can have most of messages get transformed using the data. These are industry standard formats, right?
Yeah. But most common ones are either database to JSON or XML to JSON.
Yeah, database instance is Java. If you use a database, it takes to Java format.
Is that right? So when you're doing a database, like say that you query this external database and you get some information,
yeah,
and you feed to another system.
Yeah.
What format is that?
So if you extract the information from database, it gets in Java format.
Java format, okay.
And that format we can transform to JSON.
Okay, or you can keep it as a Java and write it to database, another database.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I forgot my password. I can show you the database also today.
Yeah, so that's fine. Another time, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow I can show you on the cloud database. Any configure any cloud-based database and show you. Right? Don't worry.
Yeah. So one quick question about that. Just make sure I understand it. So, when you're dealing with a database,
okay,
are you going straight to the table and getting information from the table, or there is API exposed to that table that you're dealing with or you interacting with?
In the Mulesoft, we develop the system APIs. So system APIs directly deal with the table.
Okay.
And we develop the process APIs. Process APIs will deal with the system APIs.
Okay.
So this answers your question. So
Okay, got it.
system API will talk to the tables where in the backend.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Got
question
it.
depends upon which kind of API you are dealing with. You're dealing with the system API, you directly interact with the backend table. If you interact with process API, you are talking to some other API. That API internal talking to database.
Okay, but sometimes, right? Sometimes
Hmm?
external databases you can get to it through API, right?
Yeah, if you have that API, directly you can talk to that API. Yeah,
Without going to database.
exactly.
So then, so that in that case, you don't need to develop a system API.
Yeah, correct, correct.
You'll
But
create a
that's
process API.
API.
You'll
Yeah.
create a I don't know, either process or
Process API.
experience.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. And you go through this. You see the script anatomy also. What's separator, this stuff.
Mm.
And we go directly creating data. What are different data types available in the data view? So we have numbers, strings, boolean, arrays, and objects. These are primary, data types available in the data view.
Yeah.
Okay. And I recommend to go through each and every, this section.
Okay.
And, try to do exercise over here. So here the thing is, one sec, I go to this thing, not this thing. Strings here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So data. There is some operator called type of operator. Using type of operator, we can come to know what type of the thing is. See here the type of this is string, right?
Mm-hmm. It
Okay,
tells you.
it returns the string over here.
Mm-hmm.
For example, instead of the type of I put a 1, 2, 3, 4, returns number,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
The type of if you put true, returns the boolean.
Mm-hmm.
So the type of operator used to examine what kind of the type that is.
Yeah.
What my recommendation is go through this each and every section. Don't miss
That's
any
right.
section. Each and every section,
Okay.
and try to do this exercise. Okay. So
So,
here,
so in this case, this exercise is what? Just grab the script or no, grab what is the output? What is the input?
yeah. So this exercise is here. The script is given.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the script, what is saying is use type of to produce string. Instead, as
Yeah.
per script, the hello is output, right?
Mm.
Okay. Instead of hello, I want string as an output. Right? I want string as an output.
Yeah.
So how I code my data view so that I will get string as an output. Right? So here
Okay.
we also
So you type
off, right? This one.
type off.
Just put over here and just put bracket close so that returns.
Yeah. All right. So I could be on the same page to test that. I don't have to go another window.
Yeah. You can open one more also if you want. There's no
Yeah. That's nice.
numbers. The same one, same thing. So
Yeah.
create a 4-digit, 4 decimal pi representation.
Mm.
Right? Pi and I think 3.1415 is a pi value, right?
Mm.
That's simple. This is very, very simple. It's just one is a number, it returns a 1. If a 3 this decimal number, it is decimal number. This doesn't, very simple thing. Number data will support the number type covering both integer and floating point number. This is floating point number, right? Decimal is there. Okay, number. Next, we go through arrays, go to the Boolean. Boolean is true or false, right? Boolean means. Okay. And try to execute this one. I want to get instead of true, I want to get Boolean like this. Value as Boolean. Yeah, true, right? Okay, you do these things, and I want to true Boolean means I instead I put
type of this extra.
Is capital.
Yeah.
Similarly, if you put this type of to 1 and hello, then you will achieve this thing. This is the target you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the now I want to achieve for your number and string. I need to put type of for this.
Yeah. Each one you have to say type of.
Yeah. Next, arrays. The arrays are defined using the square brackets. Right, square bracket inside I'm defining this is first element inside the array.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Third element, fourth element, right? Okay. And if I define something elements over here,
say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you can define anything. Something like different like this. Okay. So now array first prime. This is the first 5
array of the first 5 prime numbers.
You can Google out what are prime numbers and you can put over here. I think
Yeah. 1, 5, something like that. Yeah. 1, 3, 5, 7. Yeah. 11 maybe. Yeah.
You forget. Yeah. 2, 3, 5, 4, 7, 11. Okay.
It tells you even well done, huh? If it tells you if it's correct, it will tell you.
Yeah, well,
it gives you feedback.
Tick mark over here means this.
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay. And objects. I think you are clear with arrays, booleans, everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And objects. Object is like this. Object is it is not an array. It's not integer. It's not a boolean. It's like a person. It's like some real-time thing, right? You put in that's an object, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like JSON. It's like JSON.
Yeah. Here it is defined using the opening bracket and closing bracket. That's object. Okay. The key value mappings where value can be of any type. Right. So here. Use repeated keys to obtain XML as above this one as output. Okay.
Title, Titanic, and avatar.
Title. What's the title?
Titanic.
Title. So
how did you do that? Like, because the output is XML. Because I was saying to myself, you did that. Your syntax is JSON. How did it come out?
Yeah.
Outcome is So output is XML.
XML. Okay.
Yeah.
Even the multiple duplicate keys are there, it doesn't matter. So that's what. Change the output to be JSON. Well, this is the one, change of JSON. Are the keys still repeated? Is this valid JSON? So he asked to be changed to JSON. Right? So valid JSON only. There's no
Yeah,
harm in that. JSON keys also, you can have duplicate keys. Not an issue, right? So this is about the data types. We have the strings, numbers, boolean, arrays, and objects. And this
now
is
we
this
go in
one.
section 3.
Now, very important thing is we go little complex. Now, this is a single value operator. Means how we are extracting data from the input. Okay.
I see.
See, here data view selectors allow navigating any combination of object arrays to get to the data you need. I want to extract the data according to my need. How you extract data using these operators, right? Single value operator, index value, index selector, single value selector, index selector, range selector, multi-value selector, and a descendant selector. You see this dot. This is a bracket. This also, some number to number. It's dot star dot dot.
Yeah.
You need to have clear idea about, and you need to practice these things, right? So single value selector we already know. This one we many times we saw. So this is the input, and that input I want to get the name, only name. What I give? Payload dot name returns the Anna, right? And you want to get only age. This entire thing is payload. Payload dot age returns 29, right? Right, Adam?
Yeah. So payload that age, it gives you the value.
Value. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now this is the input. You can also use single value selector from the square bracket. With square bracket is the period. This is allows you to do the useful thing like the dynamic. See here. If you observe this thing, right, it's the input. The script is output. Okay. So payload dot name returns Anna, payload dot age returns name, payload dot dynamic returns age. Right? Payload dot dynamic returns age. So here what the concept is, we can instead of dot we can give the brackets. Okay, this payload. Payload dot the payload of bracket if I give the age. It is 29. Instead of dot also you can give this one. See, we will practice over here. Given input below, string together selectors
Good prod.
to get to prod, right? Okay. So now
So
the
payload.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a payload dot stage.
Payload dot first environment, right? Stage is child of environment.
Oh, okay. I see.
Dot
environment dot stage.
Right, to get prod.
So this one, okay, this one I understand. If they want that right now, for example, Linux, it will be like what? It will be like payload dot host.
Yeah.
Payload dot host, I think, because the environment is the same.
It is the Linux.
Yeah, with the host. Yeah. So can you go up a little bit? I'm not sure I understand the fixed one, like that, fixed that language there.
This one, right? So
Yeah.
put over here, and sorry, this is input. This is so if you want to this, what you need to do is copy this thing,
Mm.
go to the playground. Okay.
Okay.
Playground tab. Playground is not open. Yeah, playground, and paste over here. Two types of paste. And here is payload returns payload, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now what
Payload that
payload
dynamic key.
just I want to see payload of age, what it is payload of age.
Why do you put the brackets?
Yeah.
You could say payload. You could say payload that age.
Yeah. So see payload in the bracket, if it gives age, right, it returns this value.
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of age, what I can do is payload dot payload dot dynamic key. Payload dynamic key returns what's age, right? Okay. Then payload dot dynamic returns age. Payload of age returns 29.
Payload that. Okay, I have a question. So this on the left is the input. Dynamic key is pointing to age.
Age, yeah.
And that age was the value was 29.
Correct.
So if you but what I don't understand is that
Period of name returns what's the period of name returning?
Yeah, Anna.
Anna is written, right? So we can give payload dot name, that is also returning Anna.
Yeah.
Right?
So I have a question. That's the one I know that it works. Payload that name, payload that age. What happens if you do payload that dynamics key?
Yeah, payload dynamic key.
What do you get there?
Sorry.
That
age.
So the age, yeah, this time it looks like a JSON message.
Exactly.
But if you wanna display the value of age, then is object, right?
Yeah. Value of age is 29. That is number, right? Yeah.
So what do you call this kind of thing? The age here is referred to is pointing to the age. Like number 4 age is pointed to number 3 line, third line number 3.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm doing is over here. See, payload or dynamic key returns age, right?
Yeah.
Then payload dot
dynamic key.
Payload of age. This is age, right? It's internally age. The payload of age returns 29. Right?
Let's see. Payload that dynamic.
Now if you see, if you put like payload dot dynamic key, put inside this brackets, what it returns? It returns age, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we can do is let me dot I also payload. Check this one. Yeah, so payload.
Payload
dynamic returns
yeah.
That age returns 29, right?
Okay. So there is couple of different ways you can get the value.
Yeah, you can use a dot or you can using square bracket. If you use a square bracket, you have to put it put that in string manner in a
The one you need. Yeah.
double quotes.
Okay.
Payload, you can use payload dot name without without square brackets, without double quotes. Simply payload dot name returns Anna.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can't give like this. I think this won't give any payload dot double quotes. These are written Anna. Okay. This one payload dot this one written Anna. Remove the double quotes. I think. Yeah.
It has to be code.
This one you need to put double quotes.
Mm.
It's clear, Adam.
So it looks like the dots and the square brackets both works. Got it.
Single value operator is very simple. Simple dot is single value operator. Okay. And the index value operator.
Yeah.
See, this is an array. This is 0th index. First index, second index, right? One is prod, way, and dev.
Okay.
So you go through the other stuff here. Given the following input, get
the key. Yeah. So the second one.
QA, right? QA means
0, so one. 0, 0, and 1, right?
1, right? So first I go to the 1.
Prod.
I got the second element, right? And the next in the second element, QA is 0th one, right? Okay. So now 0.
0.
Got QA, right?
Interesting.
Double dimension array. And here try to get QA, but using negative
only
index.
Negative index.
Negative index. Means negative index means this is -1. You need to go from right to left. Okay.
Okay.
-1. This is -2. If I give the payload of -2, I'll get the prod. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Because this is -1.
So it's -1, 0. -1, 1.
Yeah, if I put -1,
you get the bottom.
This one. Okay.
Then you say 1.
1 means it will get dev, I think. -1, 1, I'll got dev. Right? But you need to put only negative indices.
Yeah.
1 is not 1. No, 1 is positive 1, right?
That's right, 2.
Then how you get it?
2.
You got result as QA and dev. QA is -1. Sorry, dev is -1. QA is -2.
-2, yeah.
-1, -2.
So always you always counting from the right.
Yeah, correct. -1, -2.
Yeah, interesting.
This is -1. See, from -1, -2.
Yeah.
Inside this one again, -1, -2, right? Okay, therefore -1, -2 gets QA. It's negative indices. Next is the range selector. Range is given like that, 0 to 1. You can 2 is the keyword. 1 see 0 to 1.
Yeah.
Get 0, 1, 2. 0 to 1 returns prod and QA.
So 0, 1, it only and output will be the first 2.
Yeah. If it is 0 to 2 returns everything. Now here the same thing, payload 0
first.
on return, right? Exercise use negative indices to obtain the reverse order.
Yeah.
Now see, this is -1, -2, -3, right? If you go from right to left.
So the data wave is the count starts 0 or it starts 1?
Yeah, exactly. If you go from left to right, it starts 0.
Okay.
0,
1, 2, right?
Right, 0, 1, 2. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2.
Yeah. So if I say -2, that means the first one, like a dev,
Exactly. Put to 2 over here. You'll get dev. Right?
Yeah.
0, 1, 2.
Yeah.
But good one, I got QA. Middle one. Right? Okay.
So index reverse order from the
Go to
above
reverse.
input.
What if there is no -0, right? Therefore, start with the -1.
Okay.
Right? -0 is equal to 0, right? Therefore, they start
-1, then 0, then
-1,
1.
-2. It will increment. -1, -2, -3.
Mm.
Right? -1, -2, -3. Then I want reverse order. Means I want to dev, Q, and prod. That's my output, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, it is -3, to sorry, -1, 2, sorry.
-1.
-1, 2, -3. Right? It's -1.
Dev Q prod. Yeah. Interesting.
Dev Q prod.
Mm.
That is an multi-value selector. Here I want to select multiple values at the same time. Okay. So here multiple
Payload. Oh, I see that. There's a key. Yeah.
So I want to extract all these 4 names at the same time. For that, what we need to do is dot star.
Yeah. Payload dot star.
Payload dot star name returns all the elements with the name.
Amelia.
Also when all the stuff before.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a multi-value selector. And here also is input. Price, everything is price. And output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So payload
1, 2, 3, 4.
dot price means whatever element with the name price returns, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then payload dot, okay, oh, that one. Okay, it's not that one we asked.
If a dot star means
in
your document wherever the price is there, returns all the values of that one. So
1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, 6, yeah. Here, title, I think.
Selector get array of all title values. This one, 3 title values, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So movies dot titles.
Yeah.
Or movies dot
start
titles.
Payload,
start title.
Payload dot movies first. Right? For the movies, I'll get
then that, yeah, then that title, then start, then title.
Okay. See, I got 3. Right?
Nice.
Payload dot movies dot 1 second. Bye. See, it's done. Next, using a single value operator instead, what happens? What does it return? The first occurrence or last occurrence? Single value, the dot, right? Single value means you see the single value selector. This is the multi-value selector. It's a dot star, right? Use the single dot. It returns the first one actually. Always the first one. Okay. Got it? If you single selector on array, it returns the first one. If you ignore this second, you won't this one won't get a result. Even in the playground, if you go here, right, I will give something like a name Anna. Sorry, name. Yeah, two names are there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I give payload dot name, it returns Anna because Anna is the first matching one.
First one, yeah.
Adam, it will ignore Adam. Adam won't come. If I want to both the names Anna and Adam, I need to put dot
star, yeah.
star. Then I come Adam and Anna, right? Okay. So if you put dot, what it returns is the first matching ID.
Yeah.
So that's the question over here. Try use single value append instead, what happens? Does it returns the first occurrence or last occurrence? It returns the first occurrence. And descendant selector. So return selector means, see here, this is the entire thing is root, right? Root. This is the first child. First child is sequence. Means first child is echo, and sequence is also peer one, right? This is the sibling. It's not the same range, right? Echo sequence.
Yeah.
But sequence has echo again. This echo is child of sequence, whereas this is root one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And echo and sequence has one more child called try. And try also contains echo, right?
Yeah.
Echo is three levels. This first level, the second level, and this third level. Got it?
Yeah.
They're not at the same level, right? This is the root level.
Well, echo and sequence are same level.
Yeah, echo
and sequence are the same level. The
yeah,
first echo. The first echo.
Which one? This first echo and sequence
Yeah.
siblings.
They are same, right?
Yeah, they are same level.
Okay.
Okay, but this echo is not
It's
at this level, right? This is
it's under sequence.
under sequence, right? And this echo is under try. Try is child of the sequence, right?
Under try, there's a kernel and echo.
Yeah, kernel and echo.
Yeah.
So this echo has three, at three different levels. I want to extract is all three, right? In that case, you need to put something called dot echo. See, it gives a value like this. Let me.
So that echo. The first one.
Copy and go to playground. I put over here. Right, payload. The payload dot echo. What it returns? It returns this one, only first matching one.
The first one, yeah.
Right. So if you want to get this one, how to get payload dot
sequence
dot echo, right? Payload
yeah.
Sequence dot echo. I get this one, getting details, right? You want to go to this one, payload dot sequence dot try dot echo. One more level you need to go down, right? Okay. But I don't want to go in such manner. I want to extract all echoes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's put dotted echo. See. The second one, getting details. And third one.
So means so in the script here says that find a payload that it could be the first or could be second, but it has the echo.
Yeah, no matter at what level it is, I want written. It will return all.
As long as it says echo.
Yeah. Return all the things, right?
Yeah.